Hello and welcome to Healthy Passion. We're so excited that you've taken the first step to living your healthy lifestyle simply. Now that you set up your account, we know you're super excited to start planning and cooking, but I want to go ahead and show you the basics of using the software so you can get the most out of this tool. So when you log into your account, you'll see your dashboard. This is where everything will be housed, from your lists to your favorite recipes. The first thing that you want to do is go into your user settings. Now, if you're someone who's carb cycling or counting macros, there's a really cool tool that allows the software to recommend recipes to fit your goals. If you're not carb cycling or counting macros, you can skip this step. Now, I went ahead and already put in my calories for the day, as well as my percentage of carbs, fat, and proteins, and I set that as my default. But what I like to do, since I carb cycle, is set each day of the week to fit my goals. So I actually do low carb day on Monday. I do 50 grams of net carbs and 40 on Tuesdays. And this is actually going to override the macros and recommend low carb recipes on those days. So I'm just going to click Save Settings. Now it's time to start planning. So I'm going to go back to my cookbook and I'm going to create a list. And this list is going to be my meal plan for the week. Now you can make it anything you want, from family favorites to prep ahead to fish recipes. I like to actually do some things like that to have go-tos, and then I also like to plan out my recipes for each week. So you can see here I've got meal plan 1. That's going to be the meal plan I'm going to work on first. So to see recipes, you're going to click the recipes button, and you can view them either daily. So if I just need a recipe for today, I can click on Sunday or Monday or whatever day of the week it is. But I like to view weekly because it gives me 7 lunch and 7 dinner ideas. Okay, so then this is where we scroll through and we decide what we want to cook that week. Now, I typically plan 4 to 5 recipes each week. I double some things, I add on extra so I have leftovers, but that typically gets me through the week. Then maybe I'll choose 1 or 2 things for lunch. So to get started planning, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this recipe because this looks really good and it's low carbs. It's gonna be perfect for Monday or Tuesday. And then I'm gonna scroll down, and this is where you'll see all the information on the nutrition. You'll see how many servings, which all recipes start with 2 servings. You can scale them from 2 to 4 to 6 if you want. 25 minutes is the cooking time, the ingredients, the pantry items, the tools, and then the instructions. So what I like to do is kind of scroll through and make sure it looks good. I can fit it into my week. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add it to your list by clicking the Add to List button. And then you're going to go ahead and highlight that list that you want to add it to and hit Save. And that recipe is going to be added to that list for the week, which is my meal plan. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Click Recipes. I'm going to click Week. I want to look for something maybe with veggies in it, lots of veggies. Oh, wow, these peppers look perfect. I'm gonna click on those. Now you'll see this little heart button. If you really love a recipe, you can click the heart and it adds it to your favorites. I'll show you where that is in a minute. But first I'm gonna add this to my list. Click on the list again and hit Save. So when you add recipes to your favorites, they'll pop up here and you'll just click this little list button to view them. It's really cool. Okay, so now it's time to shop for the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the list that I've created for my meal plan with all my recipes, and then I'm gonna click the shop button. There's also a really cool feature here. If you wanna share your list with friends, you can just highlight it and share it. Super awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna click the little shopping cart icon, and then I'm gonna decide how many portions I want. I like to double things a lot, so I have extra, so I did 4. And then I'm gonna think about any pantry items I may need. Click Add Pantry Items. And that recipe has been added to my shopping list. So let's do it again with the steak. I'm just gonna do 2 portions of this one. Again, pantry items, I'm good, no thanks. And it's been added to my list. Okay, so then when it's time to shop, you're gonna click the shop button. And this is where you'll see your shopping list with all the items that you need for your recipes. The cool thing here is you can actually add other items like toilet paper, ice cream, things like that. You just click the little plus sign. And what I love to do is actually build my list for the week, and then I just have a running tab of anything that I'm out of. So I'll just kind of get on my phone when I'm out of something and add it here so I always have it, whether I'm on my laptop, my iPhone, you can share it with a friend. Okay, and then when it's time to shop, you can either do Instacart, which is delivery in some markets, or you can take it to the store and go through and cross things off as you shop. Now, what I like to do is like look around my pantry and see, oh, I already have some certain items. You can remove them before you even go to the store by clicking this button here. Okay, so we've planned, we've shopped, now it's time to cook. So when it's time to cook, you're gonna go to your cookbook and you're gonna click on your list and you're gonna see the recipes you're cooking that week. And then when it's time to cook, you'll just click on the recipe. You'll scroll down again, you'll see the cooking time, you'll see the ingredients, you'll see the pantry items, all of the things that are needed, and then the instructions. Now, if you have a yearly subscription with us, you can actually print as well. So there'll be a little printer icon here. This account doesn't have that yet, but once I upgrade, it will. The other cool thing is you'll see this little code right here, AHP076. If you are tracking recipes in MyFitnessPal, you'll go to MyFitnessPal and type in AHP space 076, and you can easily track this recipe with a click of a button. All right, so that's the basics of using this account. There's a ton of other features. You can find out more information on our blog at ahealthypassion.com. But now that you know how to use this, you can totally get started. But really quickly, one more thing I don't want you to miss out on. If you do want to search for recipes, such as a specific ingredient or a specific recipe maybe you've seen on social media or something you've seen your friends cook, you can easily use the search bar and type something in like overnight oats or chicken or things like that, and do the same exact thing to follow along to add them to your list. So that's another really cool feature. Like I mentioned, there's a ton of things you can do with this software, but these are the basics to getting started, and I can't wait to see what you guys cook first. Happy cooking.